Everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to do email and password authentication with Firebase in native Android application. So firstly I'll show you guys the output. So here is the output. Now here I have enabled email and password sign in for my Firebase app, and here I have one user already created, but I'll create a new user. So I'll quickly enter some email and password, and once that is entered I'll just click on the sign up button. So once I have clicked on the sign up button, it will go to the new screen where the email is displayed. Now this null and null which you are seeing, it is for display name as well as profile picture. We haven't uploaded that, that's why we are getting this null. And if you try to completely close your app and reopen it, the state is maintained, so you will be redirected directly to this logout screen. You won't see the login screen. And here if I refresh, here you can see I was able to see the email ID which I had created. And with the same thing, like if I click on the logout button, I will be redirected to the previous screen, and with the same credential I can just now enter the login button as well. Click on the login button and I will be redirected to the same logout screen as well. So yeah, that's what this output is. So first what you will have to do is you will have to create a Firebase project. Once you create this Firebase project, you will have to create your native Android application. You can use XML layout or Jetpack Compose. I am using XML layout. Then you will have to click on add app, and here you can select Android. Firstly you will have to enter your package name. So in case if you don't know what your package name is, just go to your project, go to build.gradle.kts, and from over here you can just copy paste your package name and go over here, paste it over here. Okay, I already have this, so I'll just rename it to something else. Okay, give some nickname. Okay, then click on register app. Then you will, okay, it is taking, we don't require this SHA-1 for email and password. Then you can just download this google services.json file, and you will have to go to project drop down. Here you will have to go to the open the app folder and drag and drop your google services.json file over here inside the app folder. Okay, then again I will go back to the Android drop down, click on next, and here you will have to add this kotlin DSL. So you can go to build.gradle.kts, and here as you can see I have added this kotlin DSL. Next go to build.gradle.kts. here you will have to add this google services which they have mentioned over here. This is already present, you don't need to add this. So this thing like com.android.application is basically this, so we don't have to add this, just add this. Next we have to add this platform bill of materials. So here as you can see I have added it. Now this is a new thing in Android Studio Iguana. So the version of this is referenced inside libs.versions.toml. so here you can see this is the version, and here is how it is been referenced. Okay, next go to here you also need to add this Firebase com.google.firebase.firebase auth. We don't require a version for this because of this bill of material libraries. It helps us to avoid the version for Firebase auth. Then click on next and click on continue to console. Then you will have to go to your project overview. Here you can click on build, go to authentication, and here you might not see this if it's very first time. You might see something like this, add new. So you might see something like this. Then you will have to click on email and password, and you will have to enable this. So just enable this checkbox. Don't worry about this email link passwordless sign in, that we will look into some other video. So once this is done, go back to your project, just click on sync now. First I have you can create this separate activity as well. So just right click, new activity, empty views activity, and here you can just name it second activity or whatever you feel like, and then click on finish. I have already created this. So I'll just close this and this. Then inside activity underscore main I have taken two text fields, one for email, one for password, and one button for sign up and one button for login. Then if I go to main activity, here you can see I have first create a variable for Firebase auth. Then I have created variable for all our text, edit text as well as buttons. and here I am initializing our Firebase auth as well as our UI finding by ID. One sign up button is called. All we are doing is that we are calling auth dot create user with email and password. We are passing the email edits text, text as well as password text, and on complete listener, if task is successful, then we are getting the user. If user is not equal to null, then we are going to the next activity, and in case of error we are just displaying a toast message. Similarly for login button as well, we are just calling auth dot sign in with email and password. We are passing the emails text as well as passwords text and adding a on complete listener, and if the task is successful, we are calling we are getting that particular user, and if the user is not equal to null, we are going to the next activity, and here we are just displaying a toast message. And here you can see I have if I just minimize this, so here you can see if the user is already signed up or login, we don't have to do state management as such. We just have to say just check whether the current user is not equal to null. So if the current user is not equal to null, I am automatically redirecting to the next activity. And if you see, go to the next activity, here I am just like creating an intent to move to the second activity and finishing this particular activity. Now if you go to second activity, first layout, here I have just one text view and one button for logout, and here again I have created variable for Firebase auth and I am initializing over here, and here I am initializing our text view as well as button, and here I am checking if the current user is not equal to null, then I am just displaying the email, display name and photo URL. The null which you are seeing is because of this display name and photo URL, and you can't get the user's password from current user. I think that's a good thing. And here if you click on this button which is of logout, I am just calling auth dot sign out, which will automatically remove all the users data. So again we don't have to do any kind of state management, and then I'm just redirecting back to the first activity. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.